Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day this video finds you. It's your boy Jay here, and we're back at it again, talking about great sword builds you should consider using heading into Sunbreak, okay? So, yeah, let's get right into it. I mean, I know y'all already see it on the screen, and Narga Great Sword, you knew it was gonna be here. So this build is the 100% crit build, alright? Let's take a look at the stats off the rip. 227 attack, 50% affinity just standing here, plus the 50% we're gonna get from Wex. 100% baby when you hit the weak points, okay? So this is gonna be a true charge slash type build, okay? I mean, you could run it with rage slash, but like it doesn't matter anymore now that we got the switch skill swap. Yo, a lot of the talking about the switch skills out the window, okay? Out the window. This is the first build video I've done after the reveal of the switch skill swap. So I might drop little tidbits of knowledge, like speculative knowledge, in the videos henceforth, now that, you know, new info has come to light. But yeah, so we got this, you know, Narga Greatsword, you know, got that sliver of white, 35% affinity, and then I gemmed in one weakness exploit. It's got a big 2 slot, so I gemmed in weakness exploit. The Kaiser Crown is here yet again. You know why the Kaiser Crown is here. We get 3 critical eye and a critical boost, okay? The 3 critical eye is plus 15 affinity, and then when you add that to the 35, you get your 50, right? Which is, you know, the golden number, the sweet spot to hit, so that you can get that 100% affinity when Wex comes into play. And of course, gotta have crit boost. If you're gonna be hitting 100% crits, you want those crits to be as juicy as possible, okay? So we put in the crit boost, and then of course I just gemmed in a stun resistance because I don't like getting stunned, okay? I mean, you're gonna be tanking some hits through the tackle, or if you like using rage slash, you're gonna get hit a couple times, and if you get hit while using rage slash, I think it does count towards getting stunned. So there's no stunning anymore, right? Because looking at the next piece, Anjanath Mail, okay? We haven't seen this piece before yet in any of my builds because I have never needed to use focus, okay? Now this piece allows me to get focus level 2, which is, you know, really good for greatsword because you want to get true charge slashes, you want to get those max charges as quick as possible, right? You don't want to have to wait, especially in this game where the monsters move pretty fast. Got the focus level 2 on there, okay? Now Marathon Runner just kind of comes with it. It's like leftovers, you know what I'm saying? And then of course I already talked about the stun resistance too. Alright, and I think I had to gem this in. No, I didn't. It comes with focus level 2 off the rip, so pretty good piece for weapons that need focus, right? Which is pretty much only greatsword. What other weapon would need focus? Maybe hammer, but you can live without focus with hammer, and we'll talk about that later. Maybe depends on what you guys vote on. Anyway, Valstrax braces are here. We know why Valstrax braces are here because Wex 2 is here, and then it's got a 2 slot. So I threw in a protective polish. Unfortunately, I think this is the only protective polish I was able to fit on this build. However, it being a great sword, you're not gonna be hitting the monster like that much relative to something like DB's SNS longsword. So your white sharpness is gonna last you longer than usual anyway. So protective polish level 3 was kind of sacrificed for the focus 2, right? So you can kind of see where my head's at with that when making it that way, because, you know, we're heading into master rank, so having good sharpness is really important. I mean, you can kind of walk around with blue, but like the goal is to always have white, and then perfection is purple, and purple don't even exist yet. So, you know, if I can get you guys in a master rank, you know, tier 1 master rank, holding on to white, I'm gonna do my best to advise you guys to do so. You know what I mean? So up next, Andra Coil. You know why Anjanath Coil is here, right? It comes with, I think, 2 attack boost, and that's it. But it has a 2 1-in-1. I threw in 2 speed sharpenings and another attack boost on here. So yeah, like I said, we want to upkeep that white sharpness best we can, and I think that maxes out our speed sharpening. No, what's next maxes out our speed sharpening, but got max speed sharpening, so when you do need to sharpen, it's just 1 pass and you're all the way back up to white. Anyway, it shouldn't happen that often because it's great sword, it's big meaty chops, it's not a bunch of tiny little chops. This ain't DBs we talking about, you know what I mean? So got the good speed sharpening, and 1 protective polish should be enough to keep you nice and comfy through the first level of your master rank hunts. Okay, up next, Golden Hakama, right, to round out that critical boost, so that with our 100% critical hit rate on the weak points, we get 1.4 times damage instead of 1.25 damage. You already know, we talked about this a bunch of times. And then a little latent power just kind of sprinkled on top, right? It's not something I really gun for. I really got on the Golden Hakama for the crit boost too, but the latent power comes with it. So sometimes when you're walking around, you're gonna be walking around with 60% affinity. If you do end up missing, or a monster flinches and it's like, oh, I was gonna hit you in the head, but now I hit you in like the arm or the wing or something, you're gonna have a 60% affinity, which is still not bad and very workable. I gemmed in a speed sharpening and gemmed in a flinch free too, so that when you go on hunts with your fellow hunters, you're not knocked out of your charges. You can just keep it pushing, get to your chew charges, and keep it moving, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's talk about the talisman. Kind of a guard charm. So, just use your best attack boost talisman. But here I got attack boost 3, windproof 2, with a 1 slot. And on that 1 slot, I threw in a free meal. I mean, this could be whatever you want. Maybe you want another, flinch free here. But I just kind of a little extra 1 slot. I just kind of tossed it in there, So let's look at the this view. Almost got max attack boost, right? Almost. So I got 8% attack on top. Critical Eye 3 is what's needed to get to the sweet spot of 50% crit, and then the max Wex with the 50% on top of that. Max crit boost so that we do big meaty damage on our critical hits, which should be happening pretty often because we're aiming for the weak spots. We don't get stunned, so if you like using Rage Slash, you're not going to get stunned out of Rage Slash for tanking a hit. Or a counter in the future. Future knowledge. Speed sharpening level 3 is here, just to kind of help you maintain that white. Focus 2, so you get through your charges quicker. Windproof 2 is leftovers from my talisman. Latent power 1, leftovers from the Golden Hakama, but actually pretty useful. You can have 10% extra affinity when you actually don't hit a weak point, so 60% instead of the 50%. Protective polish, only level 1. I'm sorry about that, but hey, we sacrificed level 3 protective polish for focus 2. And it's a great sword, so you're doing less hits, so that white sharpness should last you a little bit longer than any other weapon in the entire Monster Hunter Pantheon, so to speak. Yeah, Marathon Runners, kind of leftovers from the chest piece, and free meal is that extra 1 slot, which you can put whatever the hell you want here as far as the 1 slot goes. Yeah, and then another Flinch free, is thrown on the Golden Hakama so that you don't get knocked around by your teammates when you head on to multiplayer. And then Dragonheart, leftover from the arms, but the arms are just too damn good to leave out that weakness exploit. Cool. So that's gonna be the 100% affinity build. All right, so moving right along to our next greatsword build, it's gonna be, golly, I got so many builds in here now. Oh yeah, baby. Y'all already know what it is. Let me stand here and pose up right quick. Let me stand right here and pose up right quick. Ooh, hold on. I like that teeth view. Hold on. No. Yeah, the teeth. Yeah. All right, so we got the Tigrex longsword with the Strax build. Okay, now let's look at the stats. 259 attack, minus 15% affinity. Okay, so you really gotta aim for the weak points with this one, because this does have max Wex. I mean, as evidenced by Valstrax, but you gotta hit your weak points. Otherwise, there's a possibility you could get a negative crit. The possibility is low, but it's still there. Yeah, and then 531 defense is just outstanding. Great defense. This should last you through Master Rank 1 and maybe even the second level of Master Rank if you choose to take this build this far. If there isn't like monsters in the low level that replace armor pieces or even our weapons when we get there. Don't know. Speculative territory. Yep. So this was kind of a more geared toward a rage slash build, but hey, with the swap skill, do whatever the hell you want. Right? But with the rage slash, you're gonna be getting hit a lot, and that's gonna help you get to the 80% health needed for Dragonheart, and you're gonna have a bit of red health, so you're gonna have Resentment active too. Okay, so yeah, let's go through the pieces. Let's go through the pieces. Let's go equipment. There we go. Tigrex Greatsword comes with a sliver of white. Okay, 218 attack, pretty good attack, but that negative 15% affinity, which is, it's okay. Trust me, you'll be all right. Just hit the weak points. I threw on a flinch free so that you can bring in a multiplayer and not worry about getting knocked around by your teammates. Valstrax Helm is here, level 1 Dragonheart, level 1 Wex, level 1 Wex. I gemmed it an attack boost and a speed sharpen here. Okay, so yeah, excellent skills all the way around. Since we're actually going to be using Dragonheart and it's not leftovers like a lot of my other builds, you know, when I use the braces, we're actually going to be using that Dragonheart. So yeah, moving right along, Dragonheart, Resuscitate. Okay, so Resuscitate is extra dummy good when Dragonheart comes into effect, because when you get less than 80% health, you get Dragon Blight. So then Resuscitate will kick on, and then you'll get a plus 10 attack on top of how strong it already is. You know what I mean? So looking good. And then yeah, like Dragonheart plus Resuscitate is why this is so good. Gemmed in a Protective Polish and a Speed Sharpening level 1 so that we can upkeep that white in these Master Rank hunts and, you know, chop through those tough hides of Master Rank. Dragonheart, Wex 2, so we round out the Wex, another attack boost here. Just really want that max attack power, man. This is for the fat chunky numbers, man. Valstrax Coil, another Dragonheart, another Resuscitate, right? So we're at what, level 3 Resuscitate at this point, attack plus 20 when you have Dragon Blight. And you're gonna have Dragon Blight if you're under 80%. And through using Rage Slash and or the new counter, which looks to be a heavy armor, because I mean, we got hit. Anyway, I have a video on that. I'm pretty sure you watched it already. I'm pretty sure everyone's talking about Greatsword right now because I don't know, the community's kind of split on the direction Greatsword is going in, but we don't know what kind of monsters we're gonna be fighting. Okay, Capcom could have designed some monsters, looked at the Greatsword and said, buddy, you're a little bit too slow. We're gonna speed you up so you can keep up with this new stuff that we've created. Yeah? Don't know. I have faith in Capcom, but I don't mind the changes, but I can understand how some of you diehard Greatswords love your slow, big, meaty, methodical, position-based attacking could feel kind of slighted right now. Hold out. Just wait. Wait till the game comes out. Wait till you get the controller in your hand and you boot it up yourself and then say, you know what, Greatsword didn't need this. You know? Anyway, gemmed in an attack boost here for even more attack. I mean, this build is pretty straightforward, right? Another Protective Polish, another Speed Sharpen gemmed in here. More Dragonheart, more Resentment, okay? And then my Talisman is once again the attack boost Talisman. So just get your best attack boost charm in here, and you'll rock with that. So let's go to the skill info. Like I said, pretty straightforward. Almost max attack boost. Okay, almost. I sacrificed a little bit of attack boost for some Protective Polish and for Protective Polish, just to keep you a bit more comfy through the hunt, so that you're not always worried about sharpness. Because, like, you know, white in Master Rank kind of seems like the best option, right? I don't want to send you guys into Master Rank with only blue sharpness, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of monster parts that you're just not going to be able to cut through, and I don't want you to suffer through that. So we're going to be using Protective Polish and Speed Sharpening all throughout these builds to keep up that sliver of white that most of the weapons in Rise only have. Most Rise weapons have this much white, okay? So we need stuff like Protective Polish and Speed Sharpening to upkeep that, okay? But now that I know Seregios exists, maybe, you know, we get to Seregios so we can just roll around to upkeep our sharpness, and we can get rid of Protective Polish and Speed Sharpening later. But that's later. That's speculative territory. Dragonheart 5, so that it activates at 80%. Resentment 3, so you're going to get attack plus 15 when you get Dragonheart to activate. Incredible, right? So attack 15 plus the 8% and 9 bonus. So we're already at, what is that, attack 25 already, plus the 10%. My weapon was 210, so another 20. Anyway, you get where I'm going with this. Big old attack number, fat numbers, baby. and resuscitate, especially if you're using the rage slash. So you're gonna have red. Anytime you have red in your health, you're gonna get this buff too. So we're at like attack, what, 50, maybe 55 at this point, going absolutely nuts. Okay, and of course max Wix, so yeah, 50% on the affinity, which really is gonna turn out to be 35%. But hey, it is what it is. At least you won't negative crit on a weak spot, and you have the actual possibility to crit on a weak spot. But I mean, the damage is going to be so fat and chunky anyway. You're going to be slicing and dicing and cutting through whatever stands in your way. Speed sharpening and protective polish are here to help manage your sharpness. Like I said, these are builds geared specifically toward master rank. I want to keep you guys really sharp, because I don't want you to have to you know, have to deal with these quicker master rank monsters that are stronger and like not be able to hit certain parts. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to be able to output damage at all times. So white is going to be the way I think that's going to happen. And if we can grab, if there's an early purple option in Sunbreak, best believe I will be sitting in front of this camera recording another video telling all of you, make this weapon class because it has extra purple sharpness. You know what I mean? I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to do it. So trust me, I'm here to help you. That's why I'm making these videos. Yeah. So, and then the windproof are extras from my talisman. Free meal is here. Just kind of a extra little one slot. Do whatever you want with this, and then flinch free, so you can take this build online and not get tripped up by your fellow hunters. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be the Valstrax build, and like, you don't have to use the Tigrex Greatsword if you don't really care for having blue sharpness. I recommend maybe even throwing in the Gosarag Greatsword here. Diablos has less affinity, but I think more attack, so it's also a good option here. But I think it also has less slots too. But you know, just pick a fat meaty sword, man, and it just works really well with the Valstrax helm because Rage Slash exists, and the counter seems to be having some heavy armor frames with it. It's gonna pair really well. It's gonna be la pièce de résistance, okay? It's gonna be real good. I don't speak French, okay? Next up, last build for today, okay? Now, you guys know I like doing 100% crit, right? And then like a really strong raw option. And then for the third build, poison, okay? I like giving you guys a status effect that'll work on all monsters. I try to make these builds effective on almost any monster that you'll run into, you know what I'm saying? Which is why we don't really cover element here all that much, because I want you to you know, have one really good build that you can just take pretty much anywhere, and it's somewhat effective on most monsters that you'll encounter, right? So let's take a look into the stats. 242 attack, 84 poison, okay? A great sword, slow swings. You know, am I really gonna poison the monster that much? I mean, I don't hit it that often, blah blah blah. With a whopping 84 poison, you're gonna get a couple poison procs off, okay? And the poison procs are gonna do a bunch of damage on their own, so you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Cause like it sounds crazy, like element slash status greatsword. That sounds stupid, but this Chameleos, this Chameleos greatsword, I couldn't pass it up, man. I couldn't pass it up. So let's look at, not that, equipment info. The foreboding Shamshir. Oh yeah, so had to sprinkle on a little handicraft on top just to get you guys to white sharpness. Now the foreboding Shamshir, look at those slots. A 2, a 1, and a 1. 0% affinity, 198 attack. Pretty good, right? I gemmed in 1 protective polish and 2 speed sharpening, which will help us maintain that white that we barely managed to get by sneaking in some handicraft on this joint, okay? Moving on, Death Stench Brain, okay? This is my protective polish helmet. So yeah, it comes with 1 protective polish, and I gemmed in another protective polish, right? Once again, helping maintain that white. I want you guys to be able to cut through any and everything that you see in Master Rank. I don't want to see no bouncing from y'all, man. That's why we spend so much time talking about maintaining a sharp weapon, because hey, the master rank is already, you know, master rank. They're not gonna pull any punches from us. So you know, you're trying to figure out these new monsters running around, and then oh man, the only hit I can hit is the back leg, and then you go for it and bounce. How demoralizing, man. I want you to cut through anything. So I struggle really hard to make sure that you guys get some sort of white, and we use protective polish and speed sharpening to keep it up as long as possible, so you guys are comfortable learning the new master rank monsters, and you know, being able to tackle any challenge that Capcom decides to throw at us in master rank. Moving on, Anjanath Mail. It's here yet again for that level 2 focus, okay? Got Marathon Runner that comes with it. It's kind of leftovers. And then I gemmed in a speed sharpening and a stun resistance on top. Yep. Rathalos Braces for the attack +2. Sprinkle on a weakness exploit on top of that, okay? So, pretty self-explanatory why that's there. Andra Coil for 2 more attack boost, gemmed in a weakness exploit, and I got 2 poison attack in here, right? Poison attack is a 1-slot deco. That's how I got that massive 84 poison, okay? And then the Damascus Greaves are here for the 2 handicraft, so that the Foreboding Shamshir gets to white. And then I gemmed in another poison attack on top of that. Let's look at the charm here. Same charm. Get your best attack boost charm in here, so that you know, you really squeeze out as much attack as possible. Stacking that with the poison takes of damage, you're going to be melting away any and every monster in that first tier of master rank when you finally get there. And then I gemmed in another stun resist on top, okay? Boom, let's look at the chart. Max attack boost, okay, which means a 10% attack bonus on top. Right, so 10% of my attack already, so like 198, so I got 19, right? Plus the 10, 20, 29. 29 bonus attack for attack +7. Got poison attack level 3, so your poison buildup goes up by 20%, and you get, I think, 5 extra points of poison. So, what is it? It's usually, what, 79, I think? Oh, 66 poison, but I got it all the way up to... Let's look at actual stats, but I got it all the way up to 84. I mean, massive jump, 20 raw jump. Whew, wee. It's going crazy. Anyway, back to it. Max protective polish, max speed sharpening. We're gonna be holding on to that white that we got from the level 2 handicraft that comes from the Damascus Greaves. Only level 2 weakness exploit. That's because I had to, you know, squeeze in focus somewhere, had to squeeze in handicraft somewhere, so I was only able to get you level 2 weakness exploit. But this greatsword does not have any negative affinity for you to overcome, so plus with the poison you're gonna make up for it, right? You're gonna make up for the damage that you missed by, you know, the 20% affinity by having all the poison tick away. So you should be fine. And like, these builds are super temporary anyway. I mean, I don't expect anybody to be using these builds past, I don't know, where are we at now? 8-star, 7-star, past like 10-star, 9 or 10-star, and I think 12-star is gonna be the max rank of quests. I'm speculating, but you get my point, right? So yeah, level 2 focus so that you can charge really quickly, get out your true charge slashes, get out your max rage slashes in a quick and effective manner. Windproof level 2 is kind of leftovers from my charm from earlier. And then level 2 stun resistance, so that it's very easy to mash out of any stuns that you may get from using the Rage Slash. And then of course, Marathon Runner is leftovers from the chest, okay? So that's gonna be the greatsword builds for you know, the beginning levels of master rank, right? This is something you can get and gather and hunt right now. I mean, there's a little over 30 days. This is something like 42 or 43 days until Sunbreak drops. It's fast approaching, guys. It's fast approaching. So yeah, drop comments down below. Vote on what weapon you want to see next. That's gonna be the last. This is gonna be the last weapon that I'm gonna use the comment system to vote for, because hey, we made it to 500 subscribers. So as soon as I get that community tab, which it says it should show up within a week, but when I get that community tab, I'm gonna be using the community tab so you guys can vote on whatever weapon you want to see next, and using that, I'll move forward, okay? But there's one more weapon you guys get to vote with the comments. But yes, thank you all so much for the love and the support. I'm so glad we got to 500 subscribers. I'm planning on recording this bad boy this weekend, maybe. If not this weekend, definitely next weekend. I'm gonna be eating this super spicy chip and playing some Monster Hunter while my face is leaking, being melted off from this bad boy, okay? That's gonna be my 500 subscribers special, so definitely subscribe, turn on notifications, because when this bad boy drops, y'all better watch it, okay? I'm suffering for the content, okay? This right here, boy, whew, I'm looking at this warning. dog, I might not make it. I might not live to see Sunbreak because y'all got me to 500 subs so quickly. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys. And to show a little bit of my appreciation, I'm willing to suffer through the one chip challenge for you guys. Okay, so yes, one chip challenge coming up. Vote for what weapon you want to see me build for next for master rank in the comments down below. After this, we're gonna be using the community tab polls to vote for the weapons you want next. Okay, and yeah, as the switch skill stuff drops, I will be doing videos on them. Capcom keeps dumping 3-4 of them on us at a time, so hey, this week is crazy. I'm gonna mess around and be a daily uploader for a week, but hey, it is what it is. Plenty of content to go around. The Sunbreak hype is real. The marketing campaign has taken right the hell off, and I'm right there with it. Okay, so definitely subscribe down below. I know I already asked you, but make sure you're subscribed down below so that, you know, you get all your info from me and you get some of these takes, man. I mean, clearly, I know a little bit about Monster Hunter. I've been playing for a long time. Okay, I've been doing things on this channel to help establish my credibility as a Monster Hunter. But that's enough rambling, man. That's been great sword builds for you to consider heading into Sunbreak. And as always, people, happy hunting. Peace.